first off, I suppose, away from football, I imagine you and everyone at the club wishes Alan well as well, following what happened at the weekend.
Absolutely, yeah. It seems to have been a very, very serious assault. So I don't really know a whole pile about it other than whatever in the paper. So from that point of view, it's I suppose just the way our society is changing a bit, isn't it? Every day in the paper, we're picking up assaults, people being killed. It's unusual, that it's just the way things are gone, and but look at we'll have to see whether he's in the dugout Friday night. We don't know yet. So but at the same time, Waterford have an experienced team and they'll be well looked after, and probably if Alan's not there, I presume Pat Fenlon will be there.
It's also going to disrupt their preparations though for Friday night.
Yes, it's it's probably not nice, but the only thing I presume, Pat Fenlon has been there for the last 2 years. Pat was more or less in charge. Alan came in underneath him. Pat's sort of taken a step back. So, I presume that that Pat will be looking after the way they're training this week. So, from that point of view, I wouldn't think it'd be that much of a disruption.
What shape is your squad in ahead of Friday night?
Yeah, we're good. We're I suppose after the night we had a few knocks. Obviously, Garrod is back in. The other night, Bucks got a knock, yeah, but we'd expect he should be okay. Alan Bennett's carrying a little bit of a knock, but and Conor McCormack actually as well. But it's a few days to the game, and we'd expect that most of us should be okay for Friday. We have a big weekend coming up, so it's just trying to make sure that we have everyone available to give us options for both games.
And obviously glad you didn't have a game last Monday ahead of what's going to be an intense Munster derby on Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the key thing. Is it's incredible that when you get that break of the week, it just shows how much more you can do with training, and plus the fact it just gives everyone that opportunity to recover quick, get back, recover, and sort of gives them those extra few days. So from that point of view, it's brilliant to have a game Friday to Friday, not to have a Monday game.
Will there be any extra emphasis on discipline going on to Friday, John? Obviously with the previous game now in the RSC, I know you played in the League Cup since, but the extra intensity of a league game and maybe the history between the teams, is there anything you need to discuss?
No, my discipline will be fine.
As it was the last time.
No, every game, every week, whatever. We've a brilliant discipline record. If you look over the years, where we've been very strict and very good, and to just one of those unfortunate instances, it's gone. We haven't. It's long over. We discussed at the time, but over that, apart from that, if you look at our record, I think even from even bookings, how many games are gone? This will be our 20th game, and we've had no one suspended. Other than Graham, we got that early in the season, but other than that, we've had no one. So it just shows that 20 games gone, that we haven't had even anyone on 5 bookings, which is incredible when you look at it nowadays, when really you can't tackle. But it's one of those games. Look at Waterford, know that they beat us, they're back in there. I keep saying they get to the break, to bring a few players in. They know the league is still within grasp, and they've big backing, big home following as well. And they went through a rocky patch. They seem to be, after coming over that, obviously hammered Derry, and they got most of their players back from injury as well and suspension. So from that point of view, as the classics have been a full house, hopefully we need to make sure that the crowd are buzzing, that we're on our game. Our home form has been smashing, but at the same time, it's going to be another huge game, and I keep saying that every week you have to be ready for the matches. There's different weeks, different types of games. But Friday night's going to be all action, both teams, high intensity going for it, and so we're just hoping that with a passionate home crowd that we can get the 3 points.
John, are things beginning to click a bit more in terms of the style of play? The last few games in with Pats, like you played very well, moved the ball well. Yeah. Is that kind of the result of having had to work towards that in the early part of the season?
Absolutely, and with the new personnel, I keep saying, and at the end of the day, you look at you have a back four that was under 23 really. I know Benno came in, he's played a handful of games, but it takes a lot of work. People just assume that people are going to step up from under 19s or step up from non-league football, and that they're going to hit the ground running and they're going to be brilliant week after week. It doesn't happen that way. They might be brilliant for a few games, but it takes this game is about take your concentration, your focus. And the new boys have come in, you know, have understood what Cork is about, what the pressure is. Yourselves, the media coverage is phenomenal. That's something they've never ever encountered before, because we're unique down here and no one understands that other than the people that are from here. And so from that point of view, it does take time. There's a lot more gelling. You can see we're creating a lot more chances over the last certainly 3 or 4 weeks, and you know, the way we feel, we're playing much better. But as we said from early on, I felt that was going to happen because that was in the team. It's just sometimes some players may lose confidence. They may not realise how intense it is down here. But that's why I kept saying that it's important to get to the break, to be in around the mix, because I felt the team will get better as the season goes on.
The performance Friday night was very good, wasn't it? From the point of view, it's probably aided by fellas coming into form. Like Jimmy Keohane's really stepped up. Colin McCormick seems to be back to his best.
Yeah.
Sadler's beginning to get to the pitch of the game now, like 9 goals. So
yeah. Well, I always find Jimmy an interesting one. People say, you know, he's getting the form. Jimmy Keohane has been on form, I believe, ever since the day he came into the club. It's the problem is he's played in so many different positions, and it's been how would I put it this way, different that he's had to play in different positions. But that guy has never once ever said to me, you know, John, I don't want to play there, I want to play here, my better position. He just played wherever we've asked him. And I think from that point of view, you know, maybe the perception out there is that, you know, he hasn't done well. You know, I can think back at last year, we asked him to play right back in a match against Limerick before the break, and he came in, he curled one in off the post, and you know, he's played in so many different positions. Yes, all of a sudden he's got a run of probably 4 or 5 games in the number 8 role, which is probably one of his better positions, and he's got 4 goals, I think. So, you know, it's good. And you know, when you look at last week, and yes, Sadler and all the other boys have kicked on, and they're doing very well. But you know, Jimmy's one of those unsung heroes that week in, week out, he's a proper man. He trains every day, brilliant person, fantastic lad, and tremendous skill. And that's why all the guys in that dressing room with him know how good he is and how valuable he is. And while everyone was talking about Sadler's goal last week, the goal of the match and probably the goal of the season was Jimmy's goal, because he received the ball, beat 2 players and put it in the top corner from outside the box. Incredible goal. So you know, but he's that type of quiet lad. He never gets attention and never gets much coverage. But then again, he's the type of lad that just gets on with it. He doesn't look for it, and that's what you have with him.
John, you actually just mentioning goals there, and how pleasing is this season that there seems to be like a variety, like the goals kind of spread around the team?
Well, we said that we needed that because, you know, we were spoiled probably in the last 2 years, and particularly last year, whereas all of a sudden, you know, you knew that, you know, that basically, you know, to have a player that possibly was the best player in the club's history, certainly as a centre forward, and you know, we all knew that the replacement was always going to be very, very difficult. But Graham has come in and done really, really well. His goal ratio was fantastic, 1 every 2. But you need more goals, you know, to spread out towards your team, and that's what we are trying to do and trying to work on. And that's why I think you're seeing that there's a good mix between 4 or 5 other lads. But we need all those other lads to chip in with the goals, because ultimately that's the way it's going to be throughout the season if you want to compete.
Is the break coming a little bit at the wrong time, given that you are kind of clicking into a bit of strong form?
No, because I think to be honest with you, Martin, our form has been very good. You know, I think if you look from the start of the season, we won the first 3, lost 1. I think we more or less won another 4 in a row, lost 1. So we've always, I think, you know, we lost 3 games, and we've played 19, and we've had 1 draw, 2 draws. 2 draws. You know, so I think, you know, you look at it from that point of view, 2 draws, 3 losses, 5, and you've won 14. Could it have taken at the start of the season? So, you know, I think the break will be good because it just gives fellas to recharge. But at the same time, we still have 4 games to break. So the most important thing is for us is not to be thinking about the break, thinking about the next game, which is Friday, because we must keep our heads and make sure that we're, after 4 more games, that we're still in the mix. You know, that we don't drop off. And but I think overall we have been much more consistent than I would have thought might have been since the start of the season. So you know, when I look at, you know, some of the other sides and what has gone on, and the investment and the panels that teams have, I'd have to say that we're with the way the team has gone and the new players. You know, you look at Conor McCarthy, who came out of under-19s, handful of games. He's played 13 matches out of 19. Someone told you to start the year he'd be playing 13 matches out of 19, and he'll be thereabouts the top of the table. You'd be saying, God, that's not bad. And McLaughlin alongside him. You know, and so I think from that point of view, you know, we're very happy because we feel that this team will blossom and keep getting better, and that's what we hope. But we believe in that because we just see there's a lot of talent, but there's still a bit of work to do, and there's a bit of naivety, and we need to work on that. But overall, we've had 11 clean sheets out of 19, so I think our form has been quite consistent, really throughout, to be honest, Jack.